Welcome to the Instagram Stories Flash Briefing, the only Instagram audio daily show that's out there on the internet that I'm aware of. Maybe there are more. If you know one, please connect me with that person. I'd love to hear it. I want to talk today about pods. Are you familiar with Instagram pods? If you are not, they are groups that you join, often on Signal or Telegram. And whenever you post on Instagram, you write a message to the group, and then everyone from the group goes and likes your post and writes a meaningful comment on it, and then you have to do the same when other people in the group post. The concept is, since the Instagram algorithm rewards posts that do very well by showing them to more and more people, by having that initial interest in your post with meaningful comments and likes, therefore your post will be shown to more people and will do better in the algorithm. The question is, does that work? Instagram has historically said that they've put blocks in place to prevent people from gaming the system. But still, the question remains, does it work? Today, we have a really insightful answer. There were researchers at NYU Tandon who used data analytics to see how pods were manipulating social media popularity and whether or not it actually worked. I'm not going to go too deep into this, but here are the statistics that they found. 70% of users experienced a twofold or greater increase in interaction level on control posts after they began posting in pods. And on average, these users saw a fivefold increase in comments. When users who had never posted in pods began posting 50% of their posts in pods, they saw a greater than fivefold increase in organic interaction with the posts compared to the ones that were not in pods. This study is a ton of data, and it's actually way too technical for me to understand, although I did try. TechCrunch contacted Instagram about this, and Instagram initially said that this activity, quote, violates our policies and we have numerous measures in place to stop it, end quote, and said that the researchers had not collaborated with Instagram on the research. However, the TechCrunch article continues that, in fact, the research team was in contact with Instagram's abuse team from early on in the project, and it seems clear from the study that whatever measures Instagram has put in place have not, at least in this context, had the desired effect. I feel like I should contribute my own investigative reporting to this situation, so Adam Mosseri does his Q&A on Friday afternoons where he says, "Ask me anything," so I put in this question, and let's see what the response is. In the meantime, I suggest deciding for yourself whether or not you think pods are a good use of your time. You may think that it's worth the investment of time in order to get that bump in your posts in the algorithm, and maybe it is. But that's something that each person has to decide for themselves for their own particular accounts. The lead researcher who worked on this made a really good point about how Instagram pods are kind of a gray area. She said, quote, "Where does it end? If you write an article and post it on social media and send it to your friends and they like it, are you part of a pod? The issue here is not necessarily that people are doing this, but how the algorithm should treat this action in terms of amplifying or not amplifying that content." End quote. Have you used a pod? How has it gone for you? I would love to have somebody guest host this show to share their experiences of using a pod and whether or not it's helped them in the algorithm. Send me a message at Daniel Hill Media. I would love to have you guest host. That's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening.